Just look at the difference this upscaler makes to the images. These are the results I got from an image upscaler that's not only fantastic, but also free. You don't even need to sign in. Maybe you're a digital artist who wants to upscale your work, or a business owner who wants to create prints on demand. Maybe a photographer looking to create high-res images, or even just someone trying to enhance their family photos. Whatever the case, you can scale your images for stunning quality using this free AI image upscaler called Upscale. That's Upscale with a Y. By the end of this video, you'll be able to upscale your images using the free AI image upscaler, Upscale. I'll show you the steps required to download and install Upscale. I'll walk you through the key features of the interface. I'll show you the quality it gives, and I'll leave you with some tips you can use to upscale your own images. So let's roll. So what is Upscale? Upscale is an AI-powered tool that you can use to increase the quality of your images. It'll make your images sharper and more clear without losing any quality. This image upscaler works locally on your computer, so the first thing we're going to do is download and install it. Getting started with Upscale is a complete breeze. All you gotta do is head on over to their website. You'll also see quite a few demos there, which will give you an idea of what this upscaler can accomplish. The results are pretty spectacular. All right, let's grab the upscaler. Click here and I'll take you to the download page. You'll find versions for Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever you're rocking, they got you. I'm using Windows, so I'll download that version for myself. Once the download is complete, all you gotta do is install the program. And don't worry, it's super easy. If you've installed something before, you're already a pro at this. Just follow the on-screen instructions and it'll guide you right through. And then click run. You're ready to start using Upscale. When you open Upscale, you'll be greeted with a simple, easy to use interface. It's laid out to be super intuitive, so you can just jump in without feeling overwhelmed. I'll break it down for you step by step. All right, let's get started. On the left, you'll see the Upscale and Settings menu, and on the right, you'll see a preview of the image. You'll see the image that you upload, and then once you've upscaled it, you'll be able to see a comparison of the two. I'll show you that in a second. Let me walk you through the interface first. You'll start off at the Upscale menu. Now, the first thing you'll see is the batch upscale option, and this is super convenient because you can just upload all the files in a folder all in one go and upscale them all together. I'll turn this off for now. Next, you'll see the option to select your image, or you can just drag and drop your image into the preview area. The great news is that Upscale supports all major formats, so you could use a PNG, a JPEG, whatever you want to use. You can upload it directly into Upscale. Then you can go ahead and choose the model that you want to use for your upscale. Now, there are a few different options available. Each of these options gives slightly different results. If you want to see the differences in the results that you'll get, there is this page that shows you the different results you may get from different models, so you can take a look at that and see which one suits your needs. I'll leave a link to it below. Okay, now coming back to Upscale, you can choose this option to double upscale, and that will upscale your image 16 times. It'll override any other choices you've made, and it'll give you a result that's 16 times increased resolution than your source image. There's also this slider where you can choose how much you want to upscale your image. You'll get a notification here that says that anything above 5 times can cause performance issues on your device. It just really depends on the specifics of your device. I found it works really well for me. I haven't had any issues so far, and I've tried this many times. Hopefully it doesn't give you any issues either. In step 3, you can choose where you want to save the output. Otherwise, it'll default to the same path as the source image that you uploaded. Next, you've got step 4, where you can actually go ahead and upscale your image. The cool thing is, if you look right on top, it'll tell you the resolution of your current image and the resolution it'll end up with once you've upscaled the image. Before you upscale, you can also head on over to settings to do some fine tuning. We've got quite a few different options here. The first one tells you this is where you can get help. If you're stuck, just click on the Get Help button to get some help. It'll take you to this page, which has a user guide. It's got some troubleshooting tips and also how you can ask for further help. Let's head on back. Now, like I mentioned, this AI image upscaler is completely free. You can donate if you like, just use this button here. Next, you've got a section with all the logs, and this will help you with troubleshooting if you run into any issues. Another really cool feature is that you can choose the look and feel of the interface. They've got quite a few choices to choose from. I really want to check out the cupcake option. They've even got cyberpunk, Halloween, Valentine, pastel. I'm going to stick with my favorite, which is the default. If you scroll down further, you'll see that you can choose the image type. PNG is a great option to use if you want to continue editing your image once you're done processing it. It'll be a bigger sized file, but it'll give you good quality. You can choose your own custom width. Just bear in mind that that will override your image upscale selection. You can also choose to compress your image if you like, but you will lose quality that way. I generally keep that at 0% because I want the best quality for my images. Again, you can choose the output folder that you like. You can also choose to turn on and off your notifications. You can add a GPU ID, and that'll help with troubleshooting if you run into any issues. You can also add a custom tile size and even upload custom models for your image upscales. Okay, now let's head on over back to the upscale menu so we can actually go ahead and upscale an image. I'm going to crank this all the way up to 16 times so you can really see the result that I can get. Okay, I can't wait. This upscale process doesn't take very long at all. Of course, it depends on how much of an upscale you're doing, but generally it doesn't take long at all. Okay, the results are in. Let's check them out. You've got the slider here to move around so that you can really see the difference that the upscale is made. If you move it all the way to the right, you'll see the original image, and if you start moving it to the left, you'll see the upscaled version. Look at that. Look at the difference in the wrinkles. You can really see the difference that the upscale is made. Check out the hair as well. Oh my gosh, so much more clearer and sharper. I think it did a pretty good job. What do you think? Look at the eyes. This is a great time to show you the menu on the right. If you head on over to the right, you'll see this icon and you'll be able to choose how you view the upscaled image. You can choose between a lens view and a slider view. Currently we're on the slider view, which means that you can move the slider around to see the difference between the original and the upscaled image. Now you can also choose a zoom amount, and that way when I move the slider, you'll notice that it zooms in to show me the results. I'm going to move that down to 0 and show you the lens view. So if we toggle this to the lens view, now we have a lens to work with. Now the lens view is also a really cool way to see the difference between the upscaled image and the original image. You'll notice that the areas within the lens show the upscaled image, whereas the areas inside of it show the original image. So you can really tell the difference between the two. Now this is really apparent when you look at the eyes. If you look at the eye outside the lens, you'll see the original version, and look at the one inside the lens. Look how much sharper, more saturated it is. Definitely an upgrade. Let's move on over and look at the hair as well. Oof, look how much clearer it is. The nose is sharper. Look at that scarf. Look at the difference between the texture of the scarf once we've upscaled it. You can really begin to see all of the fibers in the scarf. Let me show you 2 more images so you can really see the results that upscale gives. Here's another image. Let's 16 times the resolution of this and check out the results. I'm going to go ahead and choose the slider view to see the difference. Here is our original, and here is the upscaled version. Pay close attention to how great of a job Upscale did on the strands of hair. Here's the original, and here is the upscaled. Quite the difference. Let's try another image, and this time I'll try an illustrated image. This way you can see how Upscale performs on an illustration. I'll go ahead and choose a model for digital art here, and I'll upscale it 16 times. Let's try it out. Okay, here's the original, and here is the upgrade. What do you think? Did pretty great with the illustration as well. Just as fantastic. Look at the difference. Again, it's with the strands of hair that you can really tell how much clearer it is. Look at how much clearer the skin is and how well defined it is. Let me show you with the lens view. Look at the difference inside the eyes. The one inside the lens is so much more dramatic, saturated, filled with color, great quality, whereas the ones outside of it, not so much. I hope the before and after comparisons have convinced you to try this out. Now before you run off to go do that, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Start with the best quality image you have. The better the original, the more impressive the upscaling will be. If you're not getting the results that you're hoping for, try a different model. Sometimes different models work better with different types of images. If you're looking to edit your image further afterwards, save it as a PNG. Upscale is a fantastic tool if you're looking to upscale your images without losing quality. Whether you're professional or just getting started with digital content, or you're just looking to preserve your memories, this tool is great to upscale your images, and it's completely free. If you're just as AI curious as I am and you're looking to learn more about the different tools, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.